Today we shall take the velocity time graphs for an object which is moving with different types of motion. This is case 1 which I am taking. Here velocity has been taken on the y-axis and time has been taken on the x-axis. So area under this graph which has been shaded would give displacement. Now have a clear understanding that velocity is equal to displacement upon time. So displacement would be velocity multiplied by time. This is a particular object which is moving with uniform velocity. This means the velocity is not changing with time. Have a very good look at the graph. If the time is going from 0 to 5 seconds, the velocity remains 4 meter per second constantly. Hence, this object is moving with a very uniform velocity, a velocity which is remaining constant with time. So, it is a straight line parallel to the x-axis, and the area under this graph would give you the distance covered. For example, in this particular case, the distance covered would be 4 meter multiplied by 4 meter per second multiplied by 5 seconds, that would be equal to 20 meters, since it's a rectangular figure that we have obtained. So this is the first graph, a first velocity time graph for an object moving with uniform velocity. Now let us take the second case. In this second case, we have a velocity time graph for an object which is moving with uniform velocity, but if you have a very good look at this, the velocity is increasing by equal amount in each second. For example, in the first second, the velocity is 10 meter per second. In the second, it's 20 meter per second. In third, it's 30 meter per second. In fourth second, it's 40 meter per second. In fifth second, 50 meter per second. And it stretches to 80 meter per second at the 8th second. So if you have a clear look, the velocity is increasing with time. That means the acceleration is uniform. It is accelerating uniformly, which means the rate of change of velocity per unit time is constant. There is an increase of 10 meter per second with each second. So this is a graph for an object moving with uniform acceleration. Now please have a look at this, that the area under this graph would be a triangular space, OPQ. So you all know that area of a triangle is given by half into base into height. So here half, base would be 8 and height would be 80. So that means it would go by 4 and the total distance covered would be 320 meters. So an object moving with such kind of acceleration would cover 320 meters, where base is 8 seconds and height is 80 meter per second. Next, I would show you the graph for uniform retardation. So here an object was actually at 40 meter per second. Then it must have applied brakes. Because of the application of brakes, the velocity tends to decrease with time. So within 4 seconds, the moving object came from 40 meter per second to 0 meter per second. But here also the space under the graph is a triangular space. Again, to obtain the distance, which is given by the symbol S, it would be half into base into height. So half into base is 4 into height is 40. So it goes on 2 and you get 80 meters. So in this particular case, you would have the total distance equal to be 80 meters. Fine. So this is a graph for uniform retardation. Now, be also clear if the object is moving such that the velocity was not zero initially. Means let us consider the object at 0 seconds was moving at 10 meter per second and gradually it increased its velocity from 10 meter per second to 35 meter per second. Then this would be the kind of graph we obtain. So the shaded area if you show is like that of a trapezium. So here the area of the trapezium would give us the distance covered by the object within this velocity time graph. Now next thing, I shall take a detailed graph to let you know how can you determine the distance covered using velocity time graph. Let us take a bigger graph for reference. Here, if you can see, there is a velocity time graph of a body which is moving at a particular velocity. So please have a look at the triangle ABC. If you look at the triangle ABC, then height would be 5 and base, clearly have a look, and base would be 4. So area of triangle ABC would be half into 4 into 5 meter per second, which is 10 meter. Then next, if you look from CDEF point of view, first of all make it clear that ABC is the motion of the object in one direction. Then at point C, the object turned itself and it went in the opposite direction. For example, you are moving from your home towards school and in between you change your direction and you start coming back towards your initial position. Then CDEF is a trapezium. Now the formula for the area of a trapezium is half into sum of parallel sides into the height, the distance. So here parallel sides are CF and ED. So CF and ED, if you have a clear look, CF is basically 5 and DE distance is 3 and the vertical height is, if you have a look, the vertical height is 5. It's clearly mentioned. Minus is just a symbol. Minus here means the opposite direction. Hence, half into sum of parallel sides into the height gives you half into 5 plus 3 into 5, which is 20 meters. Last again, at point F, the body which was under motion again changed the direction and started moving in the previous direction. So at point F, if you notice, the object started moving in the original direction. So it went to G, H and came back to its starting point, which was the x-axis, and it stops at I. So if you have a look, FGHI is also a trapezium. Hence, the area of this trapezium would be half into 4 plus 2 into 5, which is 15 meters. So have a look at this again. The parallel sides are GH and FI and the height of this trapezium is 5. So using the formula half into sum of parallel sides into the distance between them, you get half into 4 plus 2 into 5, that is 15 meters. So the total displacement of the body is equal to area of the triangle ABC plus area of the trapezium FGHI, and area of trapezium CDEF has to be subtracted. Why? Because it was in the opposite direction. So the total distance covered would be, however, the sum of all. Let us clarify. Distance is the total path length covered. So if you have to find the total distance covered by the body,